Part 3 of the scientific notation sheet requires that we use our calculator to make calculations, which means we need to know how to use the different buttons on the calculator. Scientific notation key on this calculator and all of the Texas Instrument calculators is very similar, looks the same pretty much. How to do the scientific notation is we're going to take the front part of the number, the coefficient of the number, the 4.2, we're going to insert that into our calculator. So here we have 4.2, and then we're not going to type in any of the times 10 part of it. Instead, we're going to replace the times 10 with the EE key. The EE key on this calculator happens to be two E's that are blue, which means I need to hit the second key. I've already hit the second key. The weird part is there's only one E listed, even though it says EE on the key itself. And then I'm just going to do the power. In this case, it's 4, so 4. So my 4.2 times 10 to the 4th ended up being listed in my calculator, 4.2 E4. So this next number will end up being 2.31 E2. Then since I'm multiplying, just times 2.31. Here's where I hit the second key. See, second was activated, and then my EE key right above the 7, and then I need to do 2. Now, this number is listed in standard notation. The directions of the problem say report answers in scientific notation. I can change this number into scientific notation by doing the same skill that we did at the top of this page. For the decimal place, so there's only one non-zero number to the left of the decimal. Do a times 10. We know it's going to be a power of. Here I can count 1, 2, 3 place values, 4, 5, 6 place values. It's going to have to be positive because I took a big number and turned it into a small number. The other way to do this, and calculators can do this for us, we're going to change the mode so it changes how the number is displayed. To do that, second key again, and we're going to go for the sci/eng button. Normally you want your calculator to be in flow, so if you need to undo scientific notation, you'll go back to flow. We want to scroll to sci. Hit enter. Now my numbers automatically turn into scientific notation. I'll go back and box this answer so it's easy to see, especially if I don't make my box poorly. So number 2, I'm going to type in my number. Let me get out of scientific, back to flow. Type in my coefficient, 8.6. Second key, EE. Only one E is listed. This is -8, so I'm going to hit my negative key. That was this one down here, not the minus. Negative is the one we want. -8 times 3.02. Second key, EE. Only one E shows up, times 4, E to the 4th. And enter. And there's my number. Again, I can convert this by using the power of my calculator. So I'll write down 2.597 times 10 to the -3rd. Again, following the pattern of keeping 3 place values past the decimal point. Problem number 3. This one's a little more complicated. We just need to make sure we're looking at order of operations and thinking about this problem. Since there's only one term in the denominator of the problem, we don't have to really use any extra parentheses. Even though there's parentheses shown in the problem, we don't really need to use them in our calculation. We can just do multiply. If you did the parentheses, you also wouldn't have a problem. So type in the coefficient, 2.6, second key, E to the 4th, times 3.6, second key, E to the 3rd, divide by 4.2, second key, E to the 3rd. Enter. My number's given to me in scientific notation because I have that button still turned on. 2.2 2, 8, 5, 7. 3 digits past the decimal is an 8, which is trailed by a 5. So we'll turn that 8 into a 9. It's going to round up times 10 to the 4th power. Box the answer so it's easy to find. Moving to the other side of the sheet, here we have some more division. Type in the coefficient, 6.88, second key, e to the 12, divide by 2.2, second key, e to the 4th. $3.1727, keeping 3 spots past the decimal, 3.127 times 10 to the 8th. One last problem. This is the one where we have to think a little bit more about what's going on with order of operations. So because I have a numerator with 2 terms and the denominator with 2 terms, I'm just going to put a numerator in parentheses and the denominator in parentheses. And I'm going to kind of ignore the parentheses around each term because we have a button on our calculator that can do that. So I'm going to do 2 second e to the second power times 3 second e to the negative 3rd power. And I need to put that in parentheses, so I'll go back and insert a parenthesis. Forgot to do that. Divide by 6 e to the negative 3rd times 4 e to the positive 4th. Hit enter, and I get 2.5 times 10 to the negative 3rd. Boxing my answer.